It's undeniable that the fundamental statement for today's justification will be looked back from the 41st week and the 14th day of October. Actually, from October 1, we should have got exactly 26 days against the government of Ahmadu Muhammadu Buhari. That time revealed us to ascertain what tomorrow will be, which is the Global Human Rights Day. A lot of people have been stuck in all of these numbers, which were from the 5th day of September or downstream to the 1st of October, when we celebrate the 62nd year of the mainland, and a 26-day away, of which since then we'll be looking at human rights. There are people who hope in this number, just like this Friday, looking back at October 14 in the 41st week, of which God had established a Feast of Tabernacle where people will be fed and shelter will be created, kings will be multiplied, and queens, royal prince and princess across the world. These are the fundamental principles that God actually wants to put in stock, such as looking back at 1 Corinthians 6 verses 13. Shall the meat for the belly, and then the belly for meat. But God shall destroy both it and them. Now, the body is not for fornication, but for the Lord's, and the Lord's for the body. If fornication had come into it, that somebody was denying the 26 days of September, when you become either 34 or 35. These are basically fornication. This fornication should not go on in my kingdom henceforth. Matthew 22, 37, maybe these 37 countries on the mainland, this might be your last day of opportunity to voice your own freedom as people away from an oppressing government that doesn't want to put down the signature of a single account that the people up to more than 200 million will be able to strive. Jesus said unto them, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. Better still, probably I should give you a rundown. Nicholas Cruz was sentenced to life imprisonment and with no parole. But I had commanded, the voice of God wants to set liberation for the people. I commanded him to get out, Zelensky and all of them. I think maybe we have meditations. Do you seek God's way of peace and wisdom for life? The prophet reminds us that God's kingdom is available to those who are teachable and receptive to the words of God through their obedience to God's words and commandments, that there is a baptism with fire and the Trinity, especially through water. In these three variations, they are of interactions. They receive not only wisdom, in the kingdom, peace for themselves, there will be joy and miracle, healing, and all kinds. But peace first, progress, faith, and the unity will follow. I look at China East and China West in this last 24 hours into the human rights. China has got a lot of things to do on the mainland. Impacts in the new currency that will last only 20 years or below. In turn, becomes a blessing to their children and children and their offsprings as well. Now, Jesus wants the generations of his own days to heed God's words before it is too late. He compares proud teachers and vain scholars with stubborn or stubborn playmates who refuse to follow wise counsel and instruction. Jesus' parable about a group of disappointed musicians and their stubbornness friend, like in YouTube, people don't sing praise anymore, even when there's a $1 million waiting them every decade. Who refuse to sing a new song, probably here in UK, how the Lord is faithful day by day, and long live the King. Or dance at the appropriate occasion, probably in Israel. Lamentation 3 verses 47, 48 talks about we're going to say amen. But Israel want to say amen on its own. And Romans 10 talks about how Israel's God is it, but not according to the will of God. Everything is according, and the glory of God is the first aim that it should be. Without this, they are fornication. The young musicians play in Jesus' parable react with great dismay because they cannot get anyone to follow their instruction. The people are yearning, and Korea is destabilized. No king, no passion for the revelation churches. They complain that if they play their music of wedding, probably on the 27th, 28th day of November, of course, and then we have such in here in Hebron, palace, local government, or in the palace itself. There are 32 airports on the mainland, and the 33rd one is ongoing. This one will actually put a lot of people in prison. We ain't looking for just an armor, we're looking for Boeings to be installed around. And many people fly in for praises. In America, freedom and all sorts, they're all done and well. No one will join in all. That this is not fornication. This parable echoes the wisdom of the mournful tune and sounds of funerals. No one will join it at all. They are fornications. This parable that I echoed wisdom is necessary that we build around it. There's a time to weep, of course, and a time to laugh, of course, a time to mourn, of course, and a time to dance. Are you in tune with the message of God's kingdom? We will not take it slightly or easy with Muhammadu Buhari. Probably in this break apart is necessary. That we look at today, even by Bayelsa, the struggles of kingdoms, which are not good luck. Better still, before I let you go this Friday, justification that we have today is when the body and the old head that is formed in the word of God has got wrong leaders and wrong followers who actually bring the whole world under fornication. Let's go back to our right husband. Let's know what exactly we are up to, what we are content or intent of. And do you heed God's words? Until next week, Nicholas Cruz, get out, go home. And if anybody does to keep you there, I will keep the same person in the right room.